Alright, I think we're back for what I'm going to call probably the final for this video until the saw gets started. That'll be another video, but I think this is going to be the last video on building the saw. I got some stuff here I'm about to put. This is the last a little bit of stuff I got to be washed. I'm about to put it in the ultrasonic. And here's a pretty good tip. Put all your little stuff in a jar or something. Fill your jar up. Make sure your lid's tight. Oh, I got one hand. Let me grab that. Alright, the lid's tight now. Lay that down. We don't care if it leaks any in or out. We just want all the parts to stay in one place. And I got some other stuff I'm going to throw in here too. It's not up to temperature yet, but it'll get hotter as it runs. Go ahead and turn it on and show you some other stuff. Well, that's we'll let that stuff cook. I've just been prepping parts. I've been waiting on a couple things still, but I think about ready to put this thing together, and I'm probably gonna start putting it together here directly while that stuff's washing up. But try to do this on your projects if you can. Go through and clean everything ahead of time and have it all clean and ready. Makes a huge difference when you go to put it back together. Everything goes so much better, so much faster. Prep all your parts, do all your mods you're going to do, clean everything. I'm not saying I do all this stuff every time, because I definitely don't, but I have on this project, and I think this thing's going to go together a lot better than normal. But here's the final product on the case that was welded. I wouldn't say you couldn't tell anything ever happened to it, but definitely not terrible. I didn't clean the back up much. Just smoothed over it a little bit. Like I said, you could tell something's happened to it, but from what it looked like to begin with, what y'all saw, it's definitely come a long way. There's our cylinder sitting already. Our piston's laid out here. Our flywheel is ready. Key's already been filed in it to advance the timing. There's the shield. Fun fact, this gasket's back ordered right now. The OEM one is. I had to make this one. It's just what you gotta do sometimes. I made that gasket for this. Cut it out of a sheet of paper. Here's the muffler. I don't even know if I can't even get it apart. Anyway, you can see what I went, just like I said I was going to, and open that up. About the size of the screen. I still got to put the screen back in it. It's laying over there. See if I can knock that in front of this thing. Just set you down for a second. There we go. Alright, let's pick back up where we left off. Storage was full on my phone and it cut off my video. I was talking to myself for a minute or two, but that's alright. I think I know. I watched where it stopped at and was looking at the muffler. I got the cap popped off, and this is what I did to it. Nothing much. Opened that hole up. Took that baffle out. Not that it was really much of a baffle, but I went ahead and ground it out, and then cleaned up in there where I had to weld it at. It don't look great, but you won't see any of it when it's on the saw. About the only thing you can see is this cover. I hadn't done anything else to this cover yet. I might do something else by the time you see it again. but we'll see. Everything else is still kind of laid out. I'm just switching sealers, switching to this Hylamar Blue. See it? This is a non-setting style. I was using Moto Seal, and Moto Seal's fine. I haven't had a problem with it, but I wanted this. I wanted to get this non-setting seal to use with this metal gasket here for this saw, because I'm probably going to be back into this saw a couple times, and I don't want to be scraping and fighting with Moto Seal every time I go back into it, because it's just a mess and it's a pain. And I got a handlebar. Andrew actually gave me this. This is off of his saw. I got him that 3/4 wrap for it, and from my buddy at the Stihl dealer, and he told me I could have this one since I didn't have one, so that was nice of him. So we got a handlebar, and I think we're going to be doing some modifying on this handlebar, so I'll be watching for that. I got a little, I'll show you, I guess. I got some other little bonus clips to throw in. I think I'm just going to make a video about doing this, but about and how it was done. Let's see, I got the screws for this handle are coarse thread screws, and they look like this, but they're about 5mm. No, they're 8mm longer than this. They're longer than any of the previous generation saws used, because the bolts pass all the way through the handle on these saws. So what I did, I got to do some fixing on one of them, but here's one of them. Actually made me some screws, because I couldn't get them from Stihl very quickly, the original ones, and the original ones look like that on the end, just a regular T27. I got a little plan in mind, a little something different, but here's one of the ones I already made. Here's another one. I gotta still do some work on it yet, but as you can see, it's the right length. Threads are about bang on. I cut all this on my lathe. I threaded it, made it from a piece of round stock, and then milled the end of it. This one got a little bit off. I think it's the way I had it clamped up. You can see it's kind of wonky looking. Kind of just got offset to one side. I know why, and I fixed it. I'm still going to use this. It don't look the best, but it takes a long time to make this stuff, so I ain't going to scrap it. It's usable. This one looks a lot better. This one's a lot more centered. I figured out what my problem was and corrected it on this one, so it looks a lot better. But I'm gonna get both of them fixed up to where I can use them, and these are gonna be the bottom handle screws. I think these will work on the top handle where it goes into the tank. If they won't, I got the right screws ordered, so whenever they get here I can change them out, but I think these will grab for now anyway. I think that's all I got right now. As soon as this stuff gets out of the cleaner, I'm going to start work on getting this thing, put together. I've already cleaned the inside out. It's all good. I'm going to go ahead and get that piston thread up on here now. And I'll bring you back when I got a little bit of progress done on it. And there's a lot to do, because I mean, I got to put the whole brake together and everything about. So, but anyway, yeah, I'll bring you back once I get a little bit done and show you where I'm at. Okay, quick little update here. Bring you back for a minute as I'm working on this. Show you where I'm at. That's where we're at. And about to mush on, get the flywheel and ignition in it, and the animatronic harness up into the box, and then this stuff all has to go back together a specific way. It's not hard, but it has to be done a certain way for it to all fit back in there. If you've never taken one of these apart before, you'll probably get frustrated, but that's the thing with these new saws. They're not hard to work on. Most of them aren't hard to work on, but everything just has to be done in a specific order. And if you mess that order up, then you're probably going to get upset with it. But as long as you do it in the right order, it will go together well. So anyway, I'll bring you back whenever I get a little more done on this and see what she's looking like. All right, here's where we're at now. Got that far. Just putting the oil pump together and realized we had a little bit of a problem. The drive tang for the oil pump is broken off. Should look like that. This is the same oil pump gear. This is a like a 044, 046, 440, 460 gear. But this gear kind of looks like shit. This gear looks like trash, but the tang's good on it. This gear looks good, but the tang's trash on it. So I'm sure you can guess what I'm about to do. I have to put the tang from the one on the other. This is the stuff that nobody ever shows you. I've never seen anybody do this anyway. I got these pliers right here. These are for certain snap rings. They just spread. I'm going to put them in there. Spread it open, pull it off, switch to the other one. And then that's it. I'm going to put it in the saw. And bingo bango, don't have to buy worm gear. This is trash like it is. This is trash like it is. So just take the good. Luckily I got a good part of both. Put the good in there. And we should be good to go. I got the brake and everything back together, a new flag on it. It's been going pretty well though. Yeah, I think that's about it for now. I'll bring you back for the last segment whenever it's all together. Alright, here it is for the last time before I try to start it up. Got it fueled and oiled up. Pop the top cover on it and see what happens. I am going to stop this video here and make a new one after I get it running and run it a little bit and get it calibrated and get it barred and chained up, and then I'll post a cutting video of it. But this is going to be it for this video, so see you on the next one hopefully.